Welcome back to tutorial 14 of the C8 Corvette, guys. And girls, of course. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, both welcome, of course. Yeah. So in this tutorial, we're going to be in the last tutorial we created these areas here, and in this tutorial we're going to create this surface here, and this small wing, and then this mesh here. Okay, and then yeah, so feel free to pause the video and then window snip these images if you need them. Okay, so let's get onto our model here, and then let's get started. So the first thing we want to define is where is this touchdown, where is the touch is this edge here. So let's have a look at the other picture here, and then we can see it comes out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to grab a simple 3D point, okay? And then we're going to put this point somewhere on the surface here. And let's try putting it here for now. And then it is on the surface, as you can see. And then the second point, the second connection where this is going to be on this edge. Okay, so where is that edge? So this edge here. Okay, so we want to get that edge. All right, so let's grab a spline, and let's come to the front of the vehicle here, or model, and maybe turn it a little bit this way. Okay, and then just snip onto this one and just create a few points in the air. Make sure you're not snipping to any surfaces. So move it up, and let's try to snip onto that edge. Okay, so that's this edge here, somewhere up here. And let's make sure that we are on that edge. We are on that edge, so we are good. And then let's jump to the front of the car. And then click on that line, and then let's add our control polygon. And then let's just move everything into position. It's gonna be somewhere down here. And then we wanna go down straight, somewhat straight. And then let's move these control points to a straight position. Comes down that. And then let's have a look at from the top. And then yes, we want to get this line straight here from the top view. So something like that. Okay, so let's get this straight. This into position here. Yeah, so the more you play with these control points, the better. So, and now let's have a look at from the side here. And then let's have a look at a picture. It comes out to about there. And maybe we can move it a bit more out or forward. Okay, and let's have a look at from the side. So it needs to pop out, right? So let's make that happen. Let's come into the front plane here. And we want this to pop out. So let's move these points out so it pops out. Okay, and that is where it connects to the edge, that point there. Okay, so it almost good. It pops out nice. So let's go back to the top. Picks up this line here. So that's our point on the surface. And we can move this out a little bit. And then Just get it close to each other as best as you can, something like that. Of course, you want these lines to be straight. Let's have a look. And then let's come into the front now and fix up those curvatures. And then we want this to be straight down. Want it to come straight down, so like that. Pull that in, and then it's too much. So whichever way you prefer it. I mean, we can look at the picture as much as we want, so it pops out very nicely. One more thing we can do, we can look into the line from this direction and kind of make it straighten it out this way. Okay, and let's have a look from the top. Looks good from the top. Let's have a look at from the front again. And let's have a look at our picture. So in our picture comes down like that. This one is more comes out. Right, so it comes out like that and it pops out over there. So up to the front again. So yeah, we just want to probably move this a little bit. Okay, and then come to the side again. And that's popping out very nicely. We have a nice curvature on that. However, let's come to the front a little bit. Maybe add a little bit more, just a tiny bit, something like that. Maybe we can move this bit this way. Yeah. So that looks good to me. And then I'm going to exit the sketch and just double check our curvature. That looks pretty straight. And then we're going to do something here. So let's jump into surfaces, boundary surfaces, and let's select selection manager. And then we're going to select these inner edges, and then we're gonna pull back those connectors if we have to. So make sure that we selected the inner edges, and we are okay. Clear selection, clear the 3D sketch from there. So select that one, and then select this line. And of course, we need to pull the connectors into position. Okay, that's just me trying to save time creating extra drawings. So pull this in here. So there you go. So that's our surface there. That's a surface there. So we still need to add our direction to curvature here. However, what I want to do still is I want to maybe pull these lines up a little bit. Maybe just leave it like that. Okay, and then let's come out from this. Let's not create this surface yet. And then let's add a control curvature on these lines here. So we're going to add that control curvature from this edge to this line. So jump to 3D sketch and grab a curve and then add it somewhere here to this line, and just make sure that we are on the edge. We are. Jump to the front of the car, and then maybe pull that a little bit straighter, something like that. Okay, and then jump to the back top of it, and let's add a profile to that curvature. So about that much. Okay, exit the sketch, and then let's try to make our surface now. So boundary surface, and then let's clear this here, clear selection, because it automatically selected the last sketch. And let's select those edges again. So selection manager, and select this edge and this edge. Press OK, and just select this line. Okay, let Solidworks work out what it needs to work out. And then let's pull this back here and pull this connector down to here. And as you can see, we need to flip those connectors. Okay, so hover over the pink one and just say flip connectors. Okay, and let's add our controlling curvature, and which is going to be that one. So now we have a nice surface here. All right. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is find the it's all the way in. I want to find the edge of that surface, which is this one here. And let's see if I can. Now that's fine. Linear. Yeah, something like that. Pull it down a little bit like that edge. And then we want to make sure we flush on that surface. Okay, so pull the edge down and press OK. And then we're just going to jump into, let me add the lines back so we can see much better. Okay, so we want to get rid of this here. So go to surfaces and go to trim surface, and let's use for trim tool. For trim tool, we're going to use, let's clear that out. Okay, so for trim tool, we're going to use this body, and then we're going to remove this corner here, this little piece. Okay, so now our surface is completely following this line all the way throughout. All right. So next thing is let's maybe extend a little bit this surface here up to that point. Press OK, just to tie things up. Okay, and let's see if we can trim a little bit here. Trim. Let's use this as a trim tool. Clear selection. Let's use the trim tool and remove that corner there. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. Okay. So the next thing is we're going to thicken this surface, and just going to thicken it with 1 millimeter, and that's good. All right, that's perfect. Okay, let's save the project. All right, and jump into here, and then hide this thing that we just made. Hide that thing, and then we're going to do a bracket. Let's show you. So we're going to create this bracket around this area here, and then probably these honeycombs inside. Let's see. All right, so jump in here and then go to offset surface. And we're going to offset this surface just 1 millimeter for now. Let's clear the selection from here and then select this face and this face here. And then 1 millimeter, so not into the body but out the body. You can see now we have that surface. So press OK on that. Okay, that looks good. That's going to be our bracket. However, we can maybe make it more closer to the body, probably, but we can always thicken it afterwards. Okay, so let's jump and create some 3D curvatures so that we are creating a cross section from this point to this point, so it's kind of square round, but still have our shape. So that's maybe from this view here. So grab a 3D sketch and grab a spline, and let's go from this line to this edge somewhere down here. Okay, and now we jump to the top of the vehicle here, not vehicle, but body is not a vehicle yet. And let's try to add the profile to this curvature as this surface here. So somewhat become tangent with that surface there. Do not add tangency to that curvature. Okay, so that's one, and then now we're going to add the second one. Let's just come in here quickly and then make sure that we don't add too much. That's perfect. Okay, and exit the sketch, and let's add our second one here, which is going to be from this corner. So 3D sketch, line, and we're gonna go up to this point. Okay, and jump to the top of the vehicle. I mean, bonnet part, like whatever you call it. It's not ready yet. Well, guys, what I want to tell you that with this project, we're gonna go all the way. I'm planning to do the engine, the chassis, the wheels, the interior, everything. So it's gonna go up all the way. And then if you follow the tutorials, that's great. That you're gonna learn a lot if you follow step by step. And then of course, if you just tuned into my channel and just started watching my videos, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. I would appreciate it. And then yeah, so that's going to be our bracket so far. So press OK on that. Exit the sketch. Okay, and then let's create our 3D curvatures now that we have these lines to work from. Okay, and then for that, what we're going to do is click on this surface here and boundary surface 12 and press hide. If you go back to boundary surface, click on it and show it, the whole thing will come back, of course, because it's one body now. So hide, and then we can see a lot better things. Okay, so jump in here and then add our 3D curves. So 3D curvature, 3D curve, and let's go from here all the way around and follow that edge as best as you can. So something like that. Yeah, so I think now that the front of the vehicle, the front of the C8 is getting close to being done. Well, we still have a lot of work on it from the front. Still have to do the lower lip and the upper section and the of course, the wing mirror. Things are actually going to get a lot easier, and then you're going to be able to follow my step-by-step tutorial a lot better. Now let's grab onto these lines here, these edges. Yeah, so once we get to here, let's get to that part. To get here, let's go like that. We're going to follow the lines, this line here, not the edge, obviously. And let's grab onto that point. Okay. So let's make sure that all the way we are on the other edge. Let's have a look at from the front. And let's just click on that and check our control polygons. I guess it wants to be, maybe it wants to be tangent, but not really. And it's touching all the way on that edge. Okay, right. So that's our first curvature. And then let's create our second one. Exit the sketch. All right. And then the second one is obviously this one here. Again, 3D sketch. And then follow that edge all the way around. I might not be able to get to all the bits in this front area now, the honeycomb and the wing, because I have a meeting at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock UK time, and then I have to do that meeting, and afterwards I will come back and then probably create the tutorial for the rest of it. But I'll see how I go. You see how we get with this one. Okay, so follow the edges best as you can. Okay, add as much fine point as you need. And then jump onto the line. Maybe one more on this surface here and jump onto the line. That's it. And now we're coming away from that. And let's stop here and follow. All right. Okay, I should have done the same thing on the other side. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to delete this. We're going to delete this line. Exit the sketch, and we're going to redo it. Delete this line, and then let's start again. So we are flat on the surface. So let's grab the line again. I mean 3D spline again, and then start from the edges. Okay. All right. Let's see that. Yeah. So if you're asking, oh, why I'm doing these lines, is because once I get these lines done, we're going to hide this surface, and then we're going to use the lines. Obviously, this surface that we offsetted, we're just using it as a template to work to get our curvatures from. So, come on. Yeah. Guys, feel free to comment or ask anything in the comment section. I mean, also if you need, because now I got the high quality blueprints of the C8 and other vehicles as well. And then, I mean, this blueprint is not very good, but so if you need blueprints of any car, and if you need this Corvette C8 blueprints, just leave your email address in the comment, and then I will send it to you. So this is where we are going to stop. So exit this sketch, and then we're going to select another one. So don't exit, just escape, and then from this point, and then all the way to this point here. That's perfect. Okay. So now we're gonna come in here, and then we're going to hide this surface after we exited the sketch. Going to hide this surface body, and the body, and there we have it. We have our bracket for our C8. Okay. So let's create a boundary surface from these two curvatures. So let's go to boundary, and then select selection manager, select this whole thing, and then selection manager, select this whole thing. Okay, so press OK. So we have our surface here, and that didn't select that small piece over there. So let's do it again. So boundary surface, select this one. Actually, yeah, selection manager. So boundary surface selection manager, select this one here, and piece. Okay, hold on a second. We have some lines here that we don't need. These ones that left off from the other sketch. So just click on it and hide them. These lines here. Okay, that's a lot better. And then let's do it now. So boundary surface and selection manager, select this line, and then that small piece. Press OK, and then selection manager, select this whole thing, and let's see. Yeah, now I've inserted it. Maybe we have a small piece at the end. Uh, some selected. All right. So again, selection manager. Like fine. All right, selection manager. Okay, input is incomplete, missing a direction vector. Okay, that tangent is still direction to vector. Okay, so now it's obviously need to none. Select none there, and then flip these connectors. Exit these. Okay, so let's choose loft surfaces. Okay, and then selection manager. Select this line, and press OK, and then select these ones. Okay, that did do it. So make sure you do loft surface instead of bonder surface. That's perfect. We have our bracket for the Corvette to work from, and then let's bring back, was it boundary? I can't remember what any of them will bring back all the body here. Okay, so now we have our bracket that's going straight across, which is perfect. All right, so let's bring back that surface that we did as well, that whole body. Okay, and then let's mirror it over to the other end. I mean, you don't have to, but just to make, just to have a look, how does it look? Mirror face plane, front, and then bodies to mirror this section here. Um, Layer selection. Let's try futures to mirror. Clear selection. Well, obviously we can take off the thicken here, and then delete the thicken command, and then now we can mirror it over, and then thicken it once it has been mirrored over, just like that. Okay, and then now we can thicken it if we want to, but we also have the bracket. And then on the next tutorial, I'm going to leave this tutorial here because I have a meeting to attend to, and the next tutorial we're going to continue create the honeycomb here and the body, this wing body here. Okay, and then we continue with the rest of the car. All right, so see you in that tutorial.